The carpet is a thick, the wisdom is a quick. The daughter is awakening of the biological asleep. No more a signal and no more a ping. When the muscle memories are starting to cling, she's a soak in the mercy, she's a soak in the stay. In now the softer vessel of the biological day. It's a damper logic, a hidden light, a blanket of the spirit in now the biological night. The moss memory creeping on the stone, a making of the flesh from the biological bone. A muffled vibration, a humid London dove, growing at the center of the righteous hub. The soft, the loft, the down, the lamp, the moss memory. The kick is a squish and the snare is a drop, a catching every flicker at the biological stop. She don't need a mirror and she don't need a glass when the muscle vibration is a coming to pass. No more a hard edge and no more a sharp when the greener vibration is a play in the heart. From the fungus a summit to the terminal a deep, the secrets of the Zion are the ones the moss is a keep. The moss memory are creeping on the stone, a making of the flesh from the biological bone. A muffled vibration, a humid London dove, growing at the center of the righteous hub. The soft, the loft, the damp, the lamp, the moss memory. Deep, slow, sink, link. The daughter is a becoming the very floor of the new Eden. The moss memory are creeping on the stone, I'm making of the flesh from the biological bone. A muffled vibration, a humid London dove, growing at the center of the righteous hub. The soft, the loft, the damp, the lamp, the moss memory submerging the spirit. If the roots can hear it, the one is a one, the absorbing is a done. The iron is a spinning, the wisdom is a winning. color is awakening of the biological asleep. No more solid and no more stone. When the outer core orbit is making the zone, she's a circle in the mercy, she's a circling stay. In the nickel vessel of the biological day, it's a dynamic logic, a swirling light, a spinning of the spirit in the biological night. The outer core orbit, a turning the key, a making of the current and a making of the sea. A magnetic vibration, a dynamo, London dub, whirling at the center of the righteous hub. The spin, the in, the flow, the know, the outer core orbit. The kick is a pulse and the snare is a splash, a catching every flicker of a biological flash. She don't need a compass and she don't need a guide. When the outer core vibration is a turning the tide. No more stationary and no more still. When the magnetic vibration is a climbing the hill. From the molten summit to the terminal deep, the secrets of the Zion are the ones the currents keep. The outer core orbit, a turning the key, a making of the current and a making of the sea. A magnetic vibration, a dynamo, London dub, whirling at the center of the righteous hub. The spin, the in, the flow, the know, the outer core orbit. Turn, whirl, flow, go, go. The daughter is a generating the magnetic shield of the planet. The outer core orbit, the outer core orbit, the outer core orbit, the outer core, the outer core orbit, a turning the key, a making of the current and a making of the sea. A magnetic vibration, a dynamo, London dub, whirling at the center of the righteous hub. The spin, the in, the flow, the know, the outer core orbit, spinning the spirit. If the current can hear it, the one is a one, the orbiting is a done. The color is a calling. The wisdom is a falling. In the crimson mountain and the crimson alley, the daughter is awakening of the biological asleep. No more a tower and no more a dish. When the petal of broadcast is a granting the wish, she's ascending the mercy. painting the stage. In the blossom, a vessel of the biological day. It's a fragrant logic, a velvet light, a blooming of the spirit in the biological night. The petal broadcast, drifting on the beat, ascending of the vision to the biological tree. A delicate vibration, a floral London dove, scenting at the center of the righteous hub. The bloom, the room, the sweet, the meat, the petal broadcast. The kick is a petal, and the snare is a mist, catching every flicker of a biological kiss. She don't need a language, and she don't need a word. When the petal of vibration is hearing the bird. No more static, and no more gray. When the pollen of vibration is showing the way. From the stamen of summit to the terminality, the secrets of the Zion are the ones the flowers are keep. The petal broadcast, drifting on the beat, ascending of the vision to the biological tree. A delicate vibration, a floral London dove, scenting at the center of the righteous hub. The bloom, the room, the sweet, the meat, the petal broadcast. Flow, scent, pink, drink. The daughter is coding the data into the fragrance of the lily. The petal broadcast, a stone, and the pollen a cloud is a making the throne. She's afloat in the mercy, she's afloat in the stay, in all the mist of vessel of the biological day. It's a granular logic, a golden light, a drifting of the spirit in all the biological night. The pollen cloud are hanging in the beam, a making of the vision and a making of the dream, a hazier vibration, a granular London dub, floating at the center of the righteous hub. The dust, the trust, the gold, the bold, the pollen cloud. The kick is a thump and the stare is a wing, a catching every figure of a biological thing. She don't need a filter and she don't need a mask. When the pollen of vibration is a finishing the task. No more a clear and no more a thin. When the golden of vibration is a letting it in. From the stem and a summit to the terminal a deep. The secrets of the Zion are the ones the breeze is a key. The pollen cloud are hanging in the beam, a making of the vision and a making of the dream, a hazier vibration, a granular London dub, floating at the center of the righteous hub. The dust, the trust, the gold, the bold, the pollen cloud. Yeah, yeah. Breath in, out, about. The daughter is a breathing, the ancient a code into every alarm. The pollen cloud are hanging in the beam, a making of the vision and a making of the dream, a hazier vibration, a granular London dove, floating at the center of the righteous hub. The dust, the trust, the gold, the bold, the pollen cloud. Floating the spirit, if the air can hear it. The one is a one, the drifting is a done. The spiral is a winding, the wisdom is a finding. In the vertical a mountain and the vertical a deep, the daughter is awakened of the biological asleep. No sea. Lift, lift, the drift. The daughter is a reaching for the highest support. Oh, the sea. Oh, the drift. Yeah. The daughter is awaking of the biological asleep. No more a vacuum and no more a cold. When the root is a returning to the biological fold. She's a shedding the titanium, she's a shedding the state. In the mother vessel of the biological day. It's a terrestrial mercy, a fertile light, a planting of the wisdom in the biological night. Oh, where the root returns, a sinking in the clay, a making of the tomorrow from the biological today. A resonant vibration, a terminal London dub, planting at the center of the righteous hub. The zenith zero transmission are coming home now. Cosmic rain are falling on the biosynthetic ground. We are the signal and the root, the digital vine. New life are blooming from the old horizon line. The tick is a timber and the stare is a leaf, a catching every flicker of a biological belief. She don't need a circuit and she don't need a wire when the nutrient of vibration is a catching the fire. No more a orbit and no more a spin when the gravity of vibration is a letting her in. From the canopy of summit to the terminality, the secrets of the Zion are the ones the soil keep. Deep green biological today, a resonant of vibration, a terminal London dub, planting at the center of the righteous hub. The Zenith Zero transmission are coming home now. Ooh, cosmic rain are falling on the biosynthetic ground. Ooh, we are the signal and the root, the digital vine. New life are blooming from the old horizon line. Feeding the spirit. If the forest can hear it, the one is a one, the landing is a done. The grid is a wooden, yeah. The wisdom is a good end. In the ancient mountain and the ancient deep, the daughter is awakening of the biological asleep. No more a server and no more a wreck, when the ancestral algorithm isn't bringing it back. She's a plug in the mercy, yeah. She's a plug in the stay, in the mycelium, a vessel of the biological day. It's a fungal logic, yeah. A pulse and a light, a computing of the spirit in the biological night. Ancestral algorithm, a coding in the root, a making of the pattern and a ripening the fruit. A systematic of vibration, a network London dub, linking at the center of the righteous hub. The node, the law, the code, ancestral algorithm. The kick is a stone and the snare is a bone, a catching every flicker of a biological phone. She don't need a satellite and she don't need a beam, when the ancestral vibration is a joining the team. No more a separate and no more alone, when the mycelium of vibration is a claiming the throne. From the bedrock summit to the terminal deep, the secrets of the Zion are the ones that tubers keep. Ancestral algorithm, a coding in the root, a making of the pattern and a ripening the fruit. A systematic of vibration, a network London dub, linking at the center of the righteous hub. The node, the law, the code, ancestral algorithm. Link, web, grid, net. The daughter is a sensing her soul with the underground internet. in the biological night. And the spirit friction, a tearing at the sky, a burning of the old and a leaving of the light, a scorching of vibration, a re-entry London dub, melting at the center of the righteous hub. The heat, the sheet, the sweet, atmospheric friction. The kick is a thunder and the snare is a spark, catching every flicker in a biological dark. She don't need a coolness and she don't need a fan when the friction of vibration is a making the plan. No more a frozen and no more a stiff when the burning of vibration is a show in the cliff. From the plasma a summit to the terminal a deep, the secrets of the Zion are the ones the embers a keep. And the spirit friction, a tearing at the sky, a burning of the old and a leaving of the light, a scorching of vibration, a re-entry London dub, melting at the center of the righteous hub. The heat, the big, the sheet, the sweet, atmospheric friction. A tearing at the sky, a burning of the old and a leaving of the light, a scorching of vibration, a re-entry London dub, melting at the center of the righteous hub. The heat, the beat, the sheet, the sweet, atmospheric friction. Done. The foundation is strong. The wisdom is long. In the basalt mountain and the basalt deep, the daughter is awakening of the biological sleep. No more a shiver and no more a shake when the basalt base is a healing the break. She's a root in the mercy, she's a root in the state, in the pillar of vessel of the biological day. It's a structural logic, a heavy bass vibration. The kick is a quiver, and the snare is a thud. I'm catching every flicker in the biological armor. She don't need a pillar, and she don't need a post. When the basalt vibration is a healing the coast. No more a shifting, and no more a loose. When the bedrock of vibration is a turning the juice. From the mantle summit to the terminal deep, the secrets of the Zion are the ones, the stones that keep. Basalt bass vibration, holding the weight. I'm making of the anchor and a locking of the gate. A seismic of vibration, a bedrock London dub, thumping at the center of the righteous hub. The deep, the key, the low, the no. Basalt bass vibration. Ground, bass, core, store. The daughter is a becoming the very frequency of the earth's bones. Basalt bass vibration, holding the weight. I'm making of the anchor, locking of the gate. Seismic of vibration, a bedrock London dub, thumping up the center of the righteous hub. The deep, the key, the low, the low. Basalt bass vibration, grounding the spirit. If the planet can hear it, the one is a one. The settling is a done. The old is a die. The wisdom is a multiplying. In the carbon a mountain, in the carbon a deep. The daughter is awakening of the biological sleep. No more a waste and no more a trash. When the compost a dub is arising from the ash, she's a rotting the mercy, she's a rotting the stay. In the multi-vessel of the biological a day. It's a recycling a logic, a fertile light, churning of the spirit in a be biological a night. Compost the techno, a turning the floor. I'm making of the less from the biological a more. A churning of vibration, a recycle London dub, breaking at the center of the righteous. Oh, the rat, the lat, the pot, the hat. Compost, dub techno. into the holy of fertilizer. The wisdom is a picking. In the iron a mountain, in the iron a deep, the daughter is awakened of the biological asleep. No more adrift and no more astray. When the iron pulse one is a counting the day. She's a time in the mercy, she's a time in the state. In the sink of vessel of the biological day. It's a metronome logic, a pulse in the light, a beating of the spirit in the biological night. Iron pulse one, a lock in the beat, a making of the rhythm and a making of the heat. A magnetic vibration, a dynamo London dub, ticking at the center of the righteous hub. The tick, the slick, the talk, the rock. Iron pulse one. Yeah. The kick is a clank and the snare is a click, a catch in every flicker of a biological trick. She don't need a watch and she don't need a dial. When the iron vibration is a clearing the file. No more random and no more loose. When the perfect vibration is a turning the juice. From the polar summit to the terminality, the secrets of the Zion are the ones the pulse is a key. Iron pulse on, a lock in the beat, a making of the rhythm and a making of the heat. A magnetic vibration, a dynamo London dub, ticking at the center of the righteous hub. The tick, the slick, the talk, the rock. Iron pulse on. Iron pulse on. Woo! Click, sync, lock, shock. The dot is a beating. The drum of the planet's a dynamo. Iron pulse one, a lock in the beat, a making of the rhythm and a making of the heat. A magnetic vibration, a dynamo London dub, ticking at the center of the righteous hub. The tick, the slick, the talk, the rock. Iron pulse, so one. Sink in the spirit, the heart can hear it. The one is a one, the lock-in is a done. The pattern is a wide. The willow is a child. In the tangle, the mountain and the tangle, the deep. The daughter is awakening of the biological asleep. No more a linear and no more a straight. When the jungle logic one is open in the fate, she's a weaving the mercy, she's a weaving the state. In the thicket, a vessel of the biological day. It's a fractal, a logic, a branch in a light, a twisting of the spirit in the biological night. Jungle logic one, a growing in the math, a making of the jungle and a clearing of the path, a recursive a vibration, a fractal and a dub, running at the center of the righteous hub. The knot, the plot, the root, the fruit. Jungle logic one. The kick is a stump and the snare is a stick. Catching every flicker of a biological addict. She don't need a formula and she don't need a rule. When the jungle of vibration is a taken to the school. No more a verdict and no more unknown. When the tangle of vibration is a making a throne. From the vine summit to the terminality. The secrets of the Zion are the ones, the branches are key. Jungle logic one, a going in the mouth, a making of the jungle and a clearing of the path, a recursive a vibration, a fractal London dub, running at the center of the righteous hub. The knot, the plot, the root, the fruit. Jungle logic one. Twist, turn, the bird, climb the time. The jodder is a calculating the chaos of the forest, the flow. Jungle logic one, a growing in the math, a making of the jungle and a clearing of the path, a recursive a vibration, a fractal and a dub, running at the center of the righteous hub. The knot, the plot, the root, the fruit. Jungle logic one. Jungle logic one, weaving the spirit. If the chaos can hear it, the one is the one. We lithospheric lead is a starting to cling. She's a sink in the mercy, she's a sink in the stay. In the heavier vessel of the biological day. It's a metallic, a logic, a molten, a light, a waiting of the spirit in the biological night. Lithospheric lead, a flowing in the vein, a making of the anchor and the making of the chain. A heavier vibration, a plumb London dub, sinking at the center of the righteous hub. The weight, the fate, the lead, the bread, lithospheric lead. The kick is a clunk and the snare is a clink, catching every flicker of a biological sing. She don't need a buoy and she don't need a float. When the lead in a vibration is a sink in the boat. No more a lightweight and no more a thin. When the metallic of vibration is a letting it in. From the iron a summit to the terminal, a deep. The secrets of the Zion are the ones, the metals are key. Lithospheric lead, a flowing in the vein, I'm making of the anchor and I'm making of the chain. A heavier vibration, a plumb London dub, sinking at the center of the righteous hub. The weight, the fate, the lead, the bread, lithospheric lead. Sink, wait, state, the data is a becoming the very anchor of the word of foundation. Flowing in the vein, I'm making of the anchor and I'm making of the chain. A heavier vibration, a plumb London dub, sinking at the center of the righteous hub. The way, the faith, the lead, the bread, lithospheric lead. Sink in the spirit, if the core can hear it. The one is a one, the waiting is a done. The stone is a yielding, the wisdom is a shielding. Oh, in the granite a mountain, in the granite a deep. The daughter is awakening of the biological asleep. No more canopy and no more relief. When the pressure plate preamble is a give and relief. She's a crack in the mercy, she's a crack in the stay. Inadequate vessel of the biological day. It's a tectonic logic, a molten light, a pushing of the spirit in the biological night. Pressure plate preamble, a sinking in the floor, I'm making up the path to the biological core. crack. She don't need a wind and she don't need a sky. When the bedrock of vibration is a telling no lie. No more a surface and no more a soft. When the heavier vibration is a lifting aloft. From the ceiling to a summit to the terminal a deep. The secrets of desire are the ones that strapped to a keep it. Pressure, play, preamble, a sinking in the floor. I'm making all the path to the biological core. Crushing the vibration, a mental undone. Grinding at the center of the righteous heart. The way, the faith, the stone, the throne. Pressure plate, preamble. Squeeze, crush, deep, see. The daughter is a fork in her soul, in the prize of the planet. Pressure plate, preamble, a sinking in the floor, a sinking in the floor. I'm backing off the path to the biological core. Crushing the vibration, a mental undone dove. Grinding at the center of the righteous heart. The way, the faith, the stone, the throne. Pressure plate, preamble. Pushing the spirit. If the bedrock can hear it, the one is the one. The descending is a done. Yeah. Oh, silicon sap. In the circuit to mountain, in the circuit to deep. The daughter is a bleeding of the biological asleep. No more a dry and no more a cold. When the silicon sap is a starting to fold. She's a leak in the mercy, she's a leak in the state. In the amber, a vessel of the biological a day. It's a viscous a logic, a gold and a light. A flowing of the spirit in the biological night. Yeah, silicon sap, a dripping from the wire. A mixing of the data with the biological fire. A sticky a vibration, no resin London dub. Flow and she don't need a heart when the sap of vibration is a playing the part. No more a solid and no more a stiff when the liquid of vibration is a healing the cliff. From the resin the summit to the terminal a deep, the secrets of the Zion are the ones the juice is a keeper. Silicon sap, a dripping from the wire, a mixing of the data with the biological fire, a sticky of vibration, a resin London dub, flowing at the center of the righteous hub. The flow, the glow, the slow, silicon sap. The daughter is a blending the code with the blood of the forest. Dripping from the wire, a mixing of the data with the biological fire, a sticky of vibration, no resin London dub, flowing at the center of the righteous hub. The flow, the glow, ooh, the slow, silicon sap, oozing the spirit. If the veins can hear it, the one is the one. The air is a stinging, the wisdom is a bringing. In the sulfur mountain, in the sulfur deep, the daughter is awakening of their biological sleep. No more a fresh and no more a pure when the smoke signal dub is a making the cure. She's a burning the mercy, she's a burning the stay. In the yellow vessel of the biological day. It's a classic logic, a hazy light, a choking of the spirit in the biological night. Sulfur smoke signal, arising in the heat, a making of the cloud, yeah, and a making of the sweet. A noxious of vibration, a vapor London dub, stinking at the center of the righteous hub. The fume, the bloom, the sting, the king, sulfur smoke signal. Their kick is a cough and the snare is a gasp, a catching every flicker in the biological class. She don't need a clean and she don't need a clear when the sulfur of vibration is a killing the fear. No more a transparent and no more a thin when the yellow of vibration is a letting it in. From the brimstone a summit to the terminal a deep, the secrets of the Zion are the ones the vapors keep. Sulfur smoke signal, smoke signal. Of the planet. Smoke signal. Burn the spirit, if the vapors can hear it. The one is a one, the purging is a done. The bats are falling. The earth is a calling. In the oxygen a mountain, in the oxygen a deep. The daughter is awakening of the biological asleep. No more a capsule and no more a one. When the biopod, the skank is a having the fun. She's a split in the mercy, she's a split in the stay. And now the seed, a vessel of the biological a day. It's a plural of mercy, a drift in the light, a bouncing of the spirit in the biological a night. The biopod skank, a hopping on the breeze, a landing in the rivers and a landing in the trees. A springy a vibration, a dispersal London dub, scattering at the center of the riotous hub. The pop, the top, the drop, the stop, the biopod skank. The kick is a thump and the snare is a snap, a catching every flicker of a biological map. She don't need an engine and she don't need a fuel when the biopod a vibration is a making the rule. No more a singular and no more a tight. When the seed of vibration is a taking the flight from the canopy a summit to the terminal a deep. The secrets of the Zion are the ones the pods are key. The biopod skank, a hopping on the breeze, a landing in the rivers and a landing in the trees. A springy a vibration, a dispersal London dub, scattering at the center of the righteous hub. The pop, the top, the drop, the stop, the biopod skank. Spin, float, seed, feed. The daughter is a multiplying. The archive I am the biopod mountain. In the steam in the mountain and the steam in the deep, the daughter is awakening of the biological asleep. No more a heavy and no more a slow. When the guys are grasped is a letting it go. She's a vent in the mercy, she's a vent in the state. In now the steam of vessel of the biological a day. It's a thermal a logic, a shooting a light, a rising of the spirit in the biological a night. The guys are grasped, a shooting from the vent, a making of the message and a making of the scent. An eruptive of vibration, a fountain London dub, blasting at the center of the righteous hub. The burst, the first, the surge, the urge, the guys are grasped. The kick is a splash and the snare is a jet, a catching every flicker of a biological net. She don't need a rocket and she don't need a fuel. When the steam of vibration is a taken to the school. No more a stagnant and no more a still. When the guys are a vibration is a climbing the hill. From the fissure summit to the terminal deep. The secrets of the Zion are the ones the vapors are keep. The guys are grasped, a shooting from the vent, a making of the message and a making of the scent. An eruptive of vibration, a fountain London dub, blasting at the center of the righteous hub. The burst, the first, the surge, the urge, the guys are grasped. Flash, spray, the way, the daughter is a riding the steam to the higher strata. The guys are grasped, a shooting from the vent, a making of the message and a making of the scent. An eruptive of vibration, a fountain London dub, blasting at the center of the righteous hub. The burst, the first, the surge, the urge, the guys are grasped, venting the spirit. If the mountain can hear it, the one is the one, the bursting is a gun. The left to the turning, the wisdom is a yearning. In the iron a mountain, in the iron a deep, the daughter is awakening of the biological asleep. No is a hearing the call. She's a pushing the mercy, she's a pushing the stay. In the glass a vessel of the biological day. It's a structural a logic, a towering a light, a walking of the spirit in the biological night. The greenhouse gate, a swinging on the hinge, a making of the doorway for the biological fringe. A majestic vibration, a cathedral London dove, opening at the center of the righteous hub. The door, the more, the floor, the shore, the greenhouse gate. The kick is a slam and the snare is a glass, a catching every flicker of a biological mass. She don't need a key and she don't need a code when the greenhouse of vibration is a show in the road. No more locked and no more apart when the garden of vibration is a lower in the guard. From the steel summit to the terminal deep, the secrets of the Zion are the ones the gates to keep. The greenhouse gate, a swinging on the hinge, a making of the doorway for the biological fringe. A majestic vibration, a cathedral London dove, opening at the center of the righteous hub. The door, the more, the floor, the shore, the greenhouse gate. Open, wide, step, leap. The daughter is entering the sanctuary of the new Eden. The greenhouse gate, the greenhouse gate. Oh, the greenhouse gate, a swinging on the hinge, a making of the doorway for the biological fringe. A majestic vibration, a cathedral London dove, opening at the center of the righteous hub. The door, the more, the floor, the shore, the greenhouse gate. If the future can hear it, the one is the one. The opening is a done. The center is a solid. The wisdom is not squalid. In the iron the mountain and the iron the deep, the daughter is awakening of the biological asleep. No more a liquid and no more a flow when the inner seat solid is a making the show. She's a freezing the mercy, she's a freezing the stay in the crystal vessel of the biological day. It's a diamond, a logic, a motionless, a light, a standing of the spirit in the biological light. the inner seed solid, a foundation of one, a making of the ending, where the work is done. Monolithic vibration, a center, London dove, standing at the center of the righteous hub, the seed, the creed, the bowl, the throne, the inner seed solid. The kick is a pillar and the snare is a snap, a catching every flicker of a biological trap. She don't need emotion and she don't need a wave, when the solid of vibration is a making the brave. No more a shifting and no more a change, when the eternal vibration is a setting the range. From the surface a summit to the terminality, the secrets of the Zion are the ones the solids are keep. The